Every hour you sleep without the right fuel, your body makes a choice: repair muscle or cannibalize it for energy. These 15 meals force that choice in your favor, and most of them take under 5 minutes to prepare. But there's one option on this list that looks completely healthy, shows up in every meal prep guide, and for a surprising number of people, is actively wrecking their sleep and their recovery at the same time. Number 15. Slow cooker lentil and ground turkey bowl. Lentils are one of the most underrated muscle support foods sitting in any American grocery store right now.
You can get 40 grams of protein from lentils for just 66 cents.
And pairing them with lean ground turkey creates a slow digesting protein and fiber combo that keeps amino acids trickling into your bloodstream long after you fall asleep. Evidence suggests that dietary fiber slows gastric emptying, which may help sustain a more stable anabolic environment overnight. You can buy pre-seasoned ground turkey and canned lentils, combine them in 5 minutes on the stove with cumin and a splash of low-sodium broth, and have a complete meal ready before your teeth are brushed. No turkey? A can of black beans with the same spice profile gets the job done. Number 14. Canned wild salmon over roasted sweet potato. Here's a question worth sitting with. Is the type of protein you eat at night more important than the amount? The answer might surprise you by number 12. Wild-caught canned salmon delivers casein-comparable slow-release protein alongside omega-3 fatty acids, which sports nutrition research consistently links to reduced muscle protein breakdown and improved sleep quality through anti-inflammatory pathways. Microwave a small sweet potato for 4 minutes, top it with drained canned salmon, a drizzle of olive oil, and a squeeze of lemon. Done. If salmon isn't available, canned sardines packed in olive oil over the same sweet potato base work equally well, and frankly contain more bioavailable calcium per serving. Most lifters obsess over grams of protein, but emerging research suggests the amino acid profile and digestion rate of that protein may matter more at night than raw quantity. Which specific amino acid could be the real difference maker? And which common, healthy night meal is missing it entirely? Find out by number 12. Number 13. Tempeh stir-fry with broccoli and sesame oil. Tempeh is fermented soy, which means it's not only a complete protein, meaning it contains all essential amino acids, but it's also easier to digest than most plant proteins because the fermentation process breaks down anti-nutrients. A tempeh stir-fry with broccoli and sesame oil gives you lutein, a rich plant protein, magnesium from the broccoli, and healthy fats to slow absorption overnight without sitting heavy in your stomach. Slice pre-made tempeh from any Whole Foods, Target, or Kroger. Sear it in a pan for 3 minutes per side, toss with pre-washed broccoli florets and sesame oil, and it's ready. No tempeh nearby? Firm tofu with the same preparation hits similarly. Number 12. Cottage cheese-free, high-casein. Alternative, slow-cooked white bean and tuna casserole. To answer the question posed at number 14, it's not just about total protein, it's about leucine threshold and digestion speed. White beans paired with water-packed albacore tuna create a surprisingly effective casein-adjacent slow-digesting combination because the high fiber content of beans dramatically slows protein absorption, mimicking what dairy-based casein does structurally. This matters because research in sports nutrition consistently supports the idea that a slower amino acid release during the overnight fast better supports muscle protein synthesis compared to fast-digesting proteins consumed right before sleep. Open a can of white beans, drain it, mix with drained tuna, roasted garlic from a jar, and a splash of olive oil. 5 minutes, no cooking required. Busy night? A store-bought bean and tuna prepared salad from the deli section works as a direct substitute. Number 11. Bison burger patty with lentil pasta. Lean bison is lower in saturated fat than conventional beef while delivering a complete amino acid profile and a meaningful dose of zinc and iron. 2 micronutrients the NIH recognizes as essential for testosterone maintenance and oxygen transport during recovery. Lentil pasta, which you can find in virtually any U.S. grocery store under brands like Bonza or Barilla's protein line, adds both complex carbohydrates and additional plant protein, creating a slow energy release base that research suggests can support overnight glycogen replenishment without triggering large insulin spikes. Cook a pre-formed bison patty from frozen in 4 minutes per side. Serve over pre-cooked lentil pasta with marinara. No bison? Lean 93/7 ground beef works with nearly identical macros. Number 10. Shrimp and edamame rice bowl, brown rice base. Here's the carbs at night answer you've been waiting for. The evidence consistently shows that moderate complex carbohydrates at night are not the enemy of muscle building. They support serotonin and melatonin production, which directly feeds sleep quality and therefore recovery. Shrimp is one of the leanest high-protein options available at any supermarket, and edamame adds leucine-rich plant protein that compounds the muscle protein synthesis signal. Brown rice provides the complex carb base your body uses to replenish liver glycogen overnight. Buy frozen pre-cooked shrimp and frozen edamame. Microwave both. Toss over pre-cooked brown rice from a microwavable packet. Total prep time under 4 minutes. No shrimp? Diced white fish over the same base substitutes cleanly. There is one meal on this list that looks almost perfectly healthy on paper, but can genuinely wreck sleep quality for a significant portion of the population. And it's probably not the one you'd guess. We're getting to it within the next 3 items, and the reasoning is worth staying for. Number 9, turkey and avocado. Whole grain wrap, cold prep. Sliced deli turkey, specifically low-sodium varieties, is one of the highest tryptophan per calorie foods available in any U.S. supermarket deli case, and tryptophan is the precursor to serotonin and then melatonin, which sports nutrition consensus increasingly recognizes as relevant to recovery sleep architecture. Avocado adds monounsaturated fats that slow digestion and create a satiety signal that tends to suppress the 2 a.m. hunger rebound. A question we'll answer completely by number 7. Wrap 4 to 5 slices of turkey with half an avocado in a whole grain tortilla, no cooking required. Purchasable entirely ready from any grocery store. No avocado? A tablespoon of almond butter in the same wrap gives you comparable fat content and satiety. Number 8. Edamame hummus plate with pita and pumpkin seeds. This is the underrated grocery store shortcut the algorithm doesn't talk about enough. Edamame-based hummus, sold under brands like Trader Joe's own label and several national brands, delivers a complete amino acid profile from soy, complex carbs from chickpeas or pita, and magnesium from pumpkin seeds, which evidence suggests plays a role in sleep onset and overnight muscle relaxation. This is also one of the most effective meals for people who are cutting fat while still wanting nighttime recovery support. High protein, moderate calories, no cooking whatsoever. Scoop edamame hummus from the container, top with a handful of raw pumpkin seeds, served with whole grain pita. Fallback. Traditional chickpea hummus with the same pumpkin seed topping works with slightly less leucine density. What's coming at number 7 is the answer to the 2 a.m. hunger rebound question, and the mechanism behind it is something most trainers never explain. Don't skip it. Number 7. Slow digesting lentil soup, store-bought, Whole Foods or Trader Joe's. The 2 a.m. hunger rebound happens for one primary physiological reason. You consumed fast-digesting protein or simple carbs before bed. Blood sugar dropped in the early sleep cycle, and your hunger hormones, specifically ghrelin, spiked to pull you awake. Lentil soup, specifically the pre-made varieties with added vegetables available at virtually every major U.S. grocer, solves this through sheer fiber density and slow protein digestion, keeping blood glucose stable through the bulk of your sleep cycle. Heat a container of pre-made lentil soup from Trader Joe's, Progresso, or similar, and consume it 60 to 90 minutes before sleep. Not immediately before, to minimize reflux risk. No lentil soup available? A home-assembled bowl of canned black beans with diced tomatoes and cumin achieves the same slow digestion effect. Number 6. Smoked salmon, cream cheese-free cucumber roll. To revisit the open loop from number 10. Here's the meal that looks healthy, but can disrupt sleep for a meaningful percentage of people. High-fat, high-sodium smoked salmon eaten immediately before lying down has been reported anecdotally and in GI literature as a reflux trigger in people with pre-existing sensitivity, specifically because the high-fat content delays gastric emptying and increases esophageal acid exposure when horizontal. The solution isn't to eliminate smoked salmon, it's timing and pairing. Eaten 90 minutes before bed, smoked salmon on cucumber rounds with a light spread of hummus instead of cream cheese delivers omega-3s, complete protein, and almost zero digestive disruption. Buy pre-sliced smoked salmon from any supermarket seafood section, no cooking needed. Fallback. Canned wild salmon on cucumber slices with lemon achieves the same profile. The last meal on this list, number 1, is something almost nobody in the fitness space talks about, and it challenges one of the most repeated pieces of nighttime nutrition advice. Stay with it. Number 5, tofu scramble with spinach and nutritional yeast, reheated. firm tofu, when sautéed with spinach and nutritional yeast and then reheated from earlier meal prep, becomes a genuinely efficient overnight muscle support meal. High in plant-based complete protein, iron for overnight oxygen transport, and B vitamins from the nutritional yeast that support cellular repair. This also serves as one of the best options for people in a fat-cutting phase who still want muscle maintenance overnight, because the caloric density is low relative to the protein yield. Prep takes 8 minutes if made fresh, or 30 seconds if reheated from a batch cooked earlier in the week. No tofu? Seitan stir-fried with spinach and the same nutritional yeast gives a slightly higher protein per calorie ratio with a different texture. Number 4. Slow-cooked grass-fed beef and black bean chili. This is the meal specifically designed for the person who wakes up at 2 or 3 a.m. hungry despite eating dinner, because chili's combination of slow-digesting legumes, dense meat protein, and fiber creates one of the most sustained amino acid and blood glucose release curves of anything in this list. Grass-fed beef provides conjugated linoleic acid, which some evidence suggests may support lean mass retention during caloric restriction, though results are modest and individual variation is significant. Buy a pre-made grass-fed beef and black bean chili from Amy's, Whole Foods 365, or similar brands, heat it for 2 minutes, and you're done. No pre-made chili? Ground beef browned in 3 minutes with a can of black beans and chili seasoning from any grocery store spice aisle replicates the profile. Number 3. Edamame and brown rice protein bowl with miso dressing. This is the meal for the cutter who refuses to sacrifice muscle overnight. Edamame provides one of the highest leucine concentrations of any plant food. Brown rice supplies just enough complex carbohydrate to protect muscle glycogen without excess calories, and miso, fermented soy paste, adds gut-supportive probiotics alongside glutamate that research links to nervous system recovery signaling. The total caloric footprint is modest, making this genuinely compatible with a fat loss phase, while still clearing the leucine threshold that Sports Nutrition Consensus identifies as the minimum trigger for muscle protein synthesis. Buy pre-cooked brown rice in a microwavable packet. Thaw frozen shelled edamame, and thin out a tablespoon of white miso with water and lemon for the dressing. 5 minutes maximum. Fallback. A bag of pre-made edamame from the frozen section with a side of pre-cooked grain mix from the deli achieves the same result. Number 2. Sardine and white bean toast on whole grain sourdough. Sardines are the most nutritionally dense, ready-to-eat protein source in any American grocery store. Full stop. Delivering omega-3s, complete protein, calcium, vitamin D, and selenium in a single tin that costs under $3. Paired with white beans on whole grain sourdough, the digestion slows significantly, the amino acid release extends through the night, and the vitamin D content, which NIH data links to muscle function and immune recovery, gives this combination a micronutrient edge almost no other nighttime meal can match. Open a tin, drain, mash with white beans, spread on toasted whole grain sourdough, add a dash of hot sauce. 3 minutes. No sardines? Canned mackerel with the same white bean spread delivers a comparable profile with a milder flavor for those who find sardines intense. Number 1. Slow digesting tempeh and black bean. Stuffed bell pepper, pre-made. Here is the answer to the final open loop, and the one piece of nighttime nutrition advice almost nobody in the fitness space says out loud. You don't need any animal protein to maximally stimulate overnight muscle protein synthesis. You need sufficient leucine, a slow digestion curve, the right micronutrient cofactors, and food that doesn't disrupt your sleep architecture. A stuffed bell pepper filled with pre-cooked tempeh and black beans checks every single box. Complete protein from fermented soy, leucine amplification from the bean-tempeh combination, vitamin C from the bell pepper that supports collagen synthesis overnight, and a fiber density that keeps amino acids releasing steadily until your alarm goes off. You can buy pre-stuffed bell peppers at Whole Foods and many Sprouts locations, or make a batch in 12 minutes by hollowing a pepper, filling it with sautéed crumbled tempeh and canned black beans, and microwaving for 3 minutes. The fallback is simple. The same filling served as a bowl over brown rice without the pepper works identically. This is the meal that challenges the gym mythology that plant protein is second class at night. And the evidence, when you actually read it carefully, doesn't support that mythology nearly as strongly as the culture around lifting does. If these meals worked for overnight recovery, wait until you see what's coming next. The cheapest foods in any grocery store. We're talking under $2 per serving. that outperform most protein powders gram for gram. The video is already up. Go watch it.